Hey friends! So remember when I said I was going on an extended road trip and that I'd be living out of my car and working temp jobs from this temp agency called People Ready in different cities, and I was gonna take y'all along with me? Well, here's how that went.
Who took the bomb?
Oh my god, guys. I saw a Sasquatch. I saw a Bigfoot. As any good story does, it started with a call to adventure. My call to adventure was a bitch was bored and I wanted to adventure. And then I remembered, hey, I can make money on the road. And hey, I can car camp. I can live out of my car. So I would put these blinds up. These ones. I would just crawl into the back like this, and I would go to sleep. And that was it. With that in mind, I was like, I'm doing it. Because I was like, I'm capable, I'm young, bitch, let me saddle up the pony. And so I started gathering supplies. I started like planning ahead a little bit, but not too much. I had the intention of creating a morning routine for myself that was like solid. So March 25th, I set sail. Hello. Hi. So it's officially go time. I have my car packed. I have my money saved. Basically, I'm ready to go. Yeah. I headed towards Albuquerque, New Mexico. The drive was magnifique. I felt like I was a cowboy in the Wild West, setting forth to uncharted territory, and I was just riding. I was jamming to music. I was singing.
Singing cowboy, got a lasso in your hand. Will you ever understand? It's a do or die, boy.
I hope this isn't focused.
So
oh my gosh, Barb. This fence, you really did that. Then I got to New Mexico. I got to Albuquerque. In New Mexico, the Planet Fitnesses, which is how I plan to take my showers and like just stay on top of shit, they didn't allow people to use their showers. So I did in New Mexico have to go to Love's and spend $13 per shower. The first night I did sleep in a Cracker Barrel parking lot, and I was anxious. I was like, oh, this is kind of crazy. I hope no one fucking knock on the window.
Open the fuck up!
Bada bing, bada boom. I was in Albuquerque, woke up, took a shower at Love's. Then I went to Holbrook, Arizona, stayed at an RV park for free because I was like, it's just me and my Mazda. Okay, and then I was in Arizona. My ideal situation would be like, I find like a place I can just park my car near a lake, in the woods maybe. Oh my god, it would be so good. And I could just frolic around there like with my fucking portable stove and just sunbathe and then work. That'd be nice. So that's where I'm trying to find. I'm realizing I look unhinged. And I stayed the night there. That day I was like, okay, let me drive down to Phoenix and get some fucking work, because money was starting to stress me out. If money wasn't an issue, I would really be a happy gal. But it is a thing. It's an issue. It's real. It affects all of us. Like, I had saved up prior to setting sail, but I was still stressed. I was still scared. I was like, bitch, I got a car payment to make. I used the People Ready app to find some work in Phoenix. I did have trouble finding work in Flagstaff and Sedona. I wanted to work and like live up there, up north in Arizona, but I was like, okay, I guess I'll go to Phoenix. I was working some jobs like making sandbags, working in a warehouse, assembling restaurant racks and cleaning the warehouse. They didn't tell me that the break started at 1, and it did, and I was cleaning. And then, so I came out at 1:15. Cleaning 15 minutes when I wasn't supposed to. So I'm taking a longer break. You could call me a rebel. Also, forewarning, if you do take People Ready jobs and you're a woman, you're gonna meet some weird older men. I had a taser and pepper spray on me, and I didn't entertain anything disrespectful, obviously. I just take like a brute approach to being approached by creepy men. So that was kind of my attitude. I wasn't scared, but like some of those motherfuckers were weird. But that was a side note, that was a tangent. It worked out because my former roommate, Kazel. This is Kazel. She lives in Phoenix, and so I coordinated with her. I was starting to reach the point of like, okay, I don't have a home base. I don't feel secure. My root chakra is thrown out of balance. I feel like I'm coming from a place of lack and scarcity mentality. Everything was starting to overwhelm me. I'm like 4 days out into my adventure, and I don't think I thought this through all the way through, and I think this is more of a learning experience. Not having any semblance of a home base really sucks. When I got to hers, God bless you, Kazel. It was like, I don't know what's the word for it. It was an oasis. It was a place where I could like, just like, okay, Madeline, calm the fuck down. And I did calm down. So if you couldn't tell, I went to Trader Joe's, and it was my first time ever. I got more road trip friendly foods. Peach abs, strawberry preserves, lemon curd. I can fuck up lemon. I will fuck up a lemon. Spicy spaghetti. This is Trader Joe's brands I've never had, but I love spicy spaghetti. Con todo mi corazón. Yeah, and I also made these shorts. I didn't make them, but I made them. Shorts. They were pants. Here they are. They kind of look like a diaper, but mind your business.
We don't fuck. He just picked me up from Trader Joe's.
This is Kazel. What's your favorite memory of us? Want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
My favorite memory was when we like drove around and we found that spray painted eat ass.
Yeah.
And we were taking pictures with that. Did you get the whole ass?
Yeah. Another one is like us painting together and like talking and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god, we used to go in. We used to like have like full therapy sessions. Former roommate check.
So I came home, right?
Yeah.
It's 1 a.m. I'm like, okay, like M goes to bed early. So I go in my room, I'm like, okay, like she's gonna be in my bed. She wasn't there. So I'm like, okay, well maybe she's like on the couch. I check the couch, she's not there either. I come up here, she's not up here either. I go outside, I look in her car, like I have a flashlight on just like in her car. And I start tapping on the window and I don't hear anything, I don't see anything, and I'm like, someone took her. And I need to file a missing persons report.
Kidnapped.
I don't even know how to do that. And then I called you again.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh my bad, I was asleep. I'm like, I thought you died. I thought you were in a ditch somewhere with some man.
I was fully asleep in my car and she couldn't see me when she looked in. That's stealthy. My mental health got a little bit of a recovery, a rejuvenation at Kazel's. Then I was like, okay, pros and cons. Let me hammer this out. Should I stay or should I go? Stay. People ready, lots of jobs in Phoenix. Another pro, cute girls in Arizona. I did have Bumble, and I was like, damn. And then another one, I'm capable of more than I give myself credit for. And then I could lean on myself and build inner strength if I overcome the challenges I'm facing. So I knew that these challenges were like, they're just challenges, they're speed bumps. If I just overcome it, I would be that much more powerful and I would just trust myself that much more. And so I was like, I want to overcome this. I'm only 3 days out, bitch. I'm only 3 days out. Please overcome this challenge. Oh, also my window cracked on the way through New Mexico. So I was also like, okay, world. Okay, universe. Okay, spirit. You want to play me like that? Fine. Another one was, I don't want to give up. And then to go, the argument to leave was money anxiety on 100, no home base, no Wi-Fi or electricity, feel like I can't be creative. That was another thing. I felt like I was so like scared for my safety and survival, even though I knew I was okay. I just like couldn't shake the fear that I was not okay enough to be creative. Like I felt like I couldn't. Root shock or feeling sad. yeah. So I stayed. I was like, okay, I'm staying. And then after I stayed at Kazel's and like recouped, regenerated, I saw like a job opportunity in Ogden, Utah, where my friend Mass lives. Shout out Mass. We tripped acid together for the first time. You have a special place in my heart. That lined up perfectly with my car payment due date. I went up to Utah, saw some cool pink sand dunes. I wanted to camp there, and I did.
And I took a piss over there in the bushes. I don't know if that's legal or not. But I asked the tree, so I trust her word. It's fucking gorgeous. It's beautiful. I want to live here. Oh yeah, I'm in Utah. Let's go, bitches. We have a car payment to make.
I didn't like Ogden. I figured out that I don't like cities that like the mountain is right there. Like the mountain was right there. It was like, you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. Mwah. Magnifique, baby, you look good. But why are you right there? In Ogden, I just felt alone. Even though I had someone who I could stay with, and I stayed with Mass for a night. I was there for like a week. Every single time after I drive somewhere new, and I'm like really wowed by how beautiful it all is, and I'm taking it all in, but then I'm like, wow, I'm alone and I have no one to share this with. Anyways, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just driving, and I'm probably gonna nap in a parking lot or something. I don't know. Don't judge me. I was staying in a lot of parking lots, like a lot of inconspicuous parking lots, some Walmart parking lots, some Love's travel stop parking lots. I was building mattresses in a warehouse, and I met some pretty strange people. Worked the job for a week, had trouble getting paid because I needed to take a test that I didn't take, a safety test, before I could even work the job, but I had already worked it.
I wanted to give you a video update or video intel on my next steps moving forward. Today was a hard day. I had to wake up at like fucking 4. So I did that, and then I went to work at 6 and in the warehouse. It was an easy day. It wasn't like yesterday where I was like tearing apart foam mattresses all day for 8 hours. Found out today, this morning, from People Ready, don't know why they didn't tell me the first time I asked, but they don't pay every day, like in Phoenix or Texas or literally any other People Ready. They don't do same day pay, they do it every Tuesday. I started working Tuesday, so that completely defeated the purpose of getting that job in the first place.
And so I was like, okay, so I'm not gonna have money enough to pay for my car payment, my number one worst fucking fear. And then I cried after reaching People Ready offices, like, hey, so I'm not getting paid? No? Okay. In my state, I was like, okay, what can I do now to help myself alleviate this anxiety? And so I was like, okay, I can look on JobStack for more jobs in Phoenix, because I was like, fuck it, I don't like Ogden, and I am so scared, and I like driving, I feel better when I drive, and I could stay at Kazel's. So I was like, okay, I'm going to Phoenix, and I booked some jobs for like the next day. I darted down, stayed at the pink sand dunes for a while, had a little moment, made some oatmeal on my stove. It was cute. Called my mom, really just like kind of decompressed. Then I drove back down to Arizona, back down to Phoenix. And then this is where shit went left. My anxiety was like kind of like subsided, because I was like, I have a plan. I'm gonna work this job, gonna have money, because Phoenix jobs have never given me trouble with pay. I drove down to the job site, and it was in this like city area, you know, like city streets. It's kind of fucking weird, it's crowded, it's like there's so many fucking people, and I was already on edge, and I had all my hope on this job. I put all of it on this job. I went to a thrift store and got black pants and a white t-shirt just specifically for the job because they said you need black pants and a white t-shirt. I said, okay, I'll do it and I'll be there. And then I was gonna be on time and everything. I couldn't find parking. Yeah.
My plans didn't go as I would have hoped them to. I I tried to work this shift just now, but I couldn't find parking, and something so simple as that getting in the way of me making money. It triggered an anxiety attack, and I don't think it's been enough time passed because I'm still like, ow. I just wanted to document this because goddamn, this sucks. But it's not the end of the world. It's just a job and I have another one, so.
I called my mom and she was like, Madeline, listen to yourself. You're inconsolable. This is probably not a good idea to go to the job in this state. And I was like, okay. And then I left. I reached out to Kazel. She came in clutch. It was her birthday, April 10th. I'm sorry I brought that kind of energy to you, Kazel, on your birthday. I'm sorry. Oh, baby. 22. Or 21. 21. Yeah. And then I was at Kazel's. I recharged. I had another job the next day, but it was at the same place, and I was like, I don't think I can do it. I called off. And then during the day, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go clean out my car, go eat some avocado bread, pull off, and just have a little moment for myself. So I cleaned out my car, pulled over in this parking lot of like this building. No one was there, so I was like, okay, chill. I had my setup. I had the avocado, I had the cutting board, I had the bread, I had my salt and pepper grinders, and then I was cutting the avocado, slicing it up, and then, you know, there's obviously a big old pit in the avocados, you know. So I like took the avocado like this, I took it like this, had the knife like this, and I was like, let me just get this avocado out with all of my fucking force, and then and then it slipped right through the avocado into my hand, my index finger. Bitch, it didn't bleed that much, but I couldn't feel it and I couldn't move it. So I was like, okay, how am I supposed to work? Can't feel it. I just wanted some avocado toast, that was it. I had a bunch of people like, okay, yeah, maybe go into the doctor if you can't fucking feel it. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I know the hospital bill will probably be fucking insane, but like, I can't feel it and I'm kind of scared. So I went in to the doctor's, same day. It was like 10-minute wait. No one was in there besides me. Filled out the paperwork. Went into the room, waited for the doctor, told the nurse what was up. She took my vitals. They said I needed a tetanus shot because I was past due for one. I was like, fuck, fine. And then the doctor came in and he was looking at it and he asked me what happened. I told him, stabbed myself. And then he was like, okay, come with me. And then he held my finger under a fucking running water. He rinsed it out. Then he put ointment on it, put a Band-Aid on it, and said, yeah, you should be fine. You should heal fine. And then the nurse came in afterwards and gave me a tetanus shot. And then I went out to the front receptionist and she's like, oh yeah, okay, you're leaving now? Okay. That's $2,110, please. You want me to bill you? See, I knew this was coming, but like, it's still jarring. Like, $2,110 for a Band-Aid ointment? You to run water over my finger and to give me a tetanus shot? After that whole fiasco, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home. I'm going back to Texas. Fuck this shit. I'm out. I racked up a fucking hospital bill. Can't feel my finger. Had a panic attack. It's time to leave. I've had it up to here. And then some. This isn't a happy story, I'm telling you. This is a story of me managing and mismanaging my anxiety and just kind of getting punched by life over and over again. Because you know what happened next after that? I made another mistake and I visited an old friend of mine. Okay, I'll be honest. It was an ex. It was my first relationship. This man has historically treated me not good, not with the respect I deserve. Warning, I'm gonna sound like a clown in this next clip, and that's because I was on some clown behavior. You'll see, but I've forgiven myself enough to be able to share it. Don't do what I did. If you need to learn, if you gotta touch the stove to learn that you shouldn't do it, then I guess go for it, because that's what I need to. So I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. My mistake was I kept a torch lit for him. I had a little ounce of hope that maybe one day we could work something out, but I stayed over and I was treated even worse. It was really sad, but it was necessary because it put to death the parts of me that had hope for us. So it was needed. After I visited that person, I went back home and then I was just grieving parts of me that were there and weren't anymore, and making room for new things. After my trip, I was recovering. I felt like Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie when he got fucked up by that bear, and then he watched his son get stabbed by Tom Hardy, and then he couldn't say anything to the other people, and then he got abandoned and then left for dead in the cold and buried half alive, and then he got chased by Indians off of a cliff, and then he healed, and then he slept in the horse carcass that he rode off the cliff, because he was fine. But the horse wasn't. The horse got fucked up, gutted, slept in. I felt like that. It felt like that, but I didn't get any revenge on Tom Hardy at the end. I still got a fucking scar. I still can't feel this part of my fingy. Yeah, that was the story. I hope you got something out of that. I guess the moral is, sometimes you're gonna be stressed, and sometimes life is gonna just kick you while you're down, and it's gonna punch you in the neck a couple times too, and it's gonna drop kick you, and a bear might attack you. It was a cool experience. I did see some beautiful fucking things. I had some good times. I met some cool people. I connected back with some people that I miss dearly. So it wasn't for nothing. I have that experience now. But suffice to say, that was the story. That was how it went. I came back April 18th or so, 15th. And I spent 3 weeks total on the road. Just to tie you up on some loose ends, I did get paid from that job in Ogden. I just had to take the test and send it in, but the lady gave me all the answers. What? Okay. And then I didn't form a solid morning routine, and I'm still struggling with that. So update, there you have it. I got my adventure, and now I am ready to just calm the fuck down and make some fucking silly little videos on my silly little YouTube channel consistently. Feel free to subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. At the end of the day, it is choose your own adventure. So, love you all. Hope you're thriving. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back and swinging.
You took the bomb.